Houston, Atlantis, 3VA.
Go ahead, 3VA.
Confident that we're going to get this in, but just in case, if you guys can start talking about whether you're interested in the spare and the cope.
John, yeah, you bet. We've been talking about that right on through, so we'll let you know. We're still discussing it.
Thank you. Houston, Atlantis, 3VA, one last question.
Go ahead, John.
Actually, I guess it probably won't be the last question, but if you could just give us a heads up on the thermal clock on RSU 3R.
Yeah, John, we're tracking it. You got it. Almost 2 hours left.
Thanks very much.
What was the one? How about the one you used when you handed it in to me? That's on the. It's on the other one. It's on the other one. Let me. I see one on the other side of the stanchion, Mike. On the top of the stanchion. Yeah, I know, but I can't. Can't get it.
If you want, you can store the pick stick on the stanchion temporarily, rotate around, and find a tether, or relocate a couple to acquire one.
Okay.
You guys are doing a great job out there of managing frustration, I'll tell you.
Thanks.
Atlantis, Houston, 3VA.
Go ahead, 3VA.
Yeah, we, I think, share your confidence that this will work, but just in case, our thinking is that for RSU-3, should we need it, we'd go after the spare in the SOAP, and then if we needed it, we would be looking at the COPE for RSU-1. Stand by.
Okay, so in the event that 007 doesn't go in, we'll take the RSU-1R in the SOAP and put it in RSU-3's spot.
What's your PCT there, Mike?
Atlantis, Houston for John.
Go ahead.
We're still talking, hang on.
Okay, thanks. I think that's going to work, though.
Okay, Don, I've got a tether on the RSU now.
Okay, and I know it's obvious, but make sure the box is on your side so you can lock it off.
It is.
Great. Okay, you can remove the RSU from the pick stick and stow the pick stick.
Okay, Mike. Watch the star tracker. Hey, hand it to me above the star tracker if you can.
You probably want to hand it in connectors first. Is that right, Matt?
That would be good, yes. And John, you haven't trained much for this technique, so if you have any guidance, because I know this is the way you and Steve did it,
Wilco, I'll wait until you've got it. Good. So what you want to do is hand it in connectors first, and Mass, you'll grab the standoff. All right. That'll work. Yep. I'll lock it out, Mike. Okay. Okay, so Mass, obviously you want the connectors down. You're going to put the RSU into the two bottom guides. See if you can feel the pin, and then roll it up. Okay. I think that's it. Mike, if you can get on the PGT, please. Dispatch, Mass. Yeah. Faster's better. Okay, it should be alpha 2, clockwise 2. Okay, turning. MS, I want you to hold it there, but I want you to try 2 bolts before you do a pull check. Okay, there's 5 turns on that one. Okay, gently take it off and find another bolt. I don't think it's on. I don't think it's on either. Did it pop up? Yeah. Okay, just try another bolt anyway. No, it didn't work. Okay, thanks. Try it. I'm turning the bottom right. Copy. You see it going in? I don't know, I'm pushing in now. Can I try another one? Go for it. 5 turns. I don't know that I got that one, but... Push in, I think it's lined up. I'm pushing. No. What do you think, guys? Don, would the plan be to try to put this one in the RSU-1 spot, or just put this one away and go get another one? I think that's a good question. What I was thinking is you could put that one perhaps in the RSU bag, go get the other one, and try it. And let me know when you guys are up to that stage. Houston, Atlantis 3VA.
Atlantis, Houston for EVA. John, we like the plan of putting 007 in the RSU bag. It'll buy us some time back on a thermal clock. And we're going to look at going back to the SOAP to get the one that was originally planned for spot 1, and we'll try that one here.
Okay, sounds like a good plan. And then if you can just give us the forward plan later on after successful RSU-3 as to whether you want 1007 in RSU-1 spot or the COPE.
What you just said is correct. That's right. So our intent would be after we successfully install serial number 1006 into this location, our plan would be to put 1007 into spot 1.
So Bueno, I have a question for you.
Okay.
If possible, what I'd like you to do is receive the RSU from mass, stow it in the bag, and then go down to the cope, open the cope, and retrieve the center one. You don't have to put anybody away, and then come back to where you are.
John, can we try this once more? Can we try this once more?
If you want to, you can try it once more.
Wait a second, Mass. Let me get the PGT ready if you're going to do it. All right, Mike, I'm ready when you are. All right.
The replacement of the second RSU that did not ever seat properly on the plate, the mounting plate, and so the plan right now is to go back down to the protective enclosure and retrieve the other replacement unit that was intended for slot 1, the center RSU slot, and use it in this location to see if that one fits properly. And once that removal and replacement is completed, then take this unit and use it in the number 1 slot, the center slot.
It's on the right bracket. I can't get it. Okay. Mike, can I give it to you low here? Can I take it low? Put my PGT away.
Again, Bueno, Alpha 2 clockwise 2.
For what, John? To reattempt?
Did you reattempt?
We already did.
Okay, thanks.
We gave up.
Thank you. No, not yet. Okay. After you stow the RSU in the bag, I know you're stowing your PGT. Bag will take you down to the soap.
You don't want to try this one more, John? One more time? Maybe with the big stick again?
I think we're better off getting the center RSU, the one was intended for RSU1, and trying that in there. It could just be a tolerance buildup on those pins or something else.
All right. All right, so John, let me just get this, let me get the plan straight here.
Okay, well, I'll give you what I think is the big picture, but I'm soliciting your input. Put the 007 in the RSU bag, go down to the soap, open it, it only has one latch, take out the center RSU, bring it up, and try and reinstall it in RSU3, where mass is.
Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this RSU that mass has and put it in the bag.
Affirmative.
Okay. Hold on, Mike. I got to get rid of this first. All right. I've got this all out of config. Okay, Mike. Thank you. All right.
And Bueno, are you ready to start moving?
Ready.
Okay, the penguin will take you down to the soap slowly and get you in a hover.
You know, it might be easier just to put this back in its box rather than the bag. If I'm going to the soap.
There's a chance the ground may want to try and put that in the RSU1 spot.
I'm not too confident that this is going to fit anywhere. We can try.
If you can get it, let me ask the ground. Houston, Atlantis for EVA.
Atlantis, Houston for EVA. John, we understand Bueno's point about not having a whole lot of confidence that this one will work in spot 1 as well. But your words about the potential for a tolerant stack-up issue here seems still valid to us. So we'd like to preserve that option. Putting this in the bag for now will allow that. It'll also buy us some time back in the thermal clock. But one other thing we would add for Bueno on the way to the SOAP, what we would like to do is just get a good look at the old RSU-3, the backside of it, particularly the female end, the alignment pins, just to see if there's any evidence of some interference in the past there.
Okay, John, I copy that.
Yep, great idea. Megan had the same one.
Okay, if we could start moving away from the telescope.
Copy, coming away.
John, I'm looking at the back of the old one.
Okay, which hand is that in?
The old one's in the right hand.
Okay.
And it looks pretty similar to the new one. Although the alignment hole on the connector end looks like it's pretty marred up on its outer surface, like not in the hole part, but on the outer part.
Okay.
As if it was attempted many times.
Thanks for that report, Bueno. Let me ask you a really silly question. Would you push on the bolts and make sure they pop through?
Yeah, I did do that.
Okay, thanks.
I'll look again here, but they were all coming through.
Okay, thanks.
I really thought we had it aligned that time, John.
You guys are doing a great effort.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it's been aligned a couple times, but just doesn't want to go. John, do you want the caps on this thing, or what do you want to do with this?
I think we're okay without the caps for now.
Okay.
Houston copies, so we concur with that. No need for the caps. And we would echo John's words there. Great effort. I know it's kind of frustrating here. We've got lots of folks working down here on the ground to do our best to help you. But, yeah, keep up the good work, and hopefully we'll get lucky here in just a bit.
Thanks, Dan. Okay, John, the RSU's in the bag. We'll take the old one back and put it away. Or do you just want me to get a new one?
Yeah, we'd like to put the old one away and get the RC-106 out of the center.
Okay. And there's is Matt going to open the doors, or am I going to open the soap?
You comfortable opening the soap?
I'll give it a shot.
Which latch is latch, Matt?
The one that's most aft.
Okay, it'll be the aftmost latch, Bueno.
I was assuming that was the plan since you didn't have Mike get me out of here.
Yeah.
I was just trying to save the time for them.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready to go down.
Yep, you'll come down in just a minute. We're taking 400 millimeters of the base plate.
You want a picture of this?
Okay, Bueno, coming down.
Okay. And I'll have to come aft by about 4 feet for the aft latch.
Copy, towards your head, about 4 feet.
Correct.
The view from Mike Good's helmet camera as he is being repositioned down to the protective enclosure. He'll be stowing this rate sensor unit. This is the one that was on the telescope originally, and since 1999 it's been removed. He's going to stow that permanently and retrieve the other replacement RSU for an attempt to install that one in the number 3 slot. Mike Massimino holding his position inside the telescope at the install location. The new unit that did not fit properly has been stowed in a thermal bag that essentially protects it thermally, as there is a clock that essentially protects those units thermally for the amount of time that they are not installed.
Okay, I'm doing this from memory, but is that the zone 1-2s?
Yeah, that's affirmed. You're right. It's on row Charlie. I think it's the rightmost ones. Nomenclature is main C external airlock heater line zone 1, 2.
Stop motion.
Motion stop.
My foot plate looks pretty close to the F side.
I still see good clearance, Bueno. It's close to the lope, I think, or F side.
Yeah, it was close to that knob picking up.
Can you take a little more pitch?
Yeah, I could take pitch.
Okay, Megan's got it coming.
So no more down, just pitch. I just need to come aft about a foot to get the latch.
Copy, 1 more foot aft.
Okay, stop motion.
Motion stop.
Okay, John, you want this in the 007 slot?
Affirmative, in the 007 slot.
Okay, Megan, forward in the bay, about 2 feet.
Copy, towards your feet, 2 feet.
Correct.
And I can see your foot plates clear now, Bueno.
Thanks, John. Yeah, so Megan, if you could just take me to the this RSU position, if you have that.
The RSU 1 position, which one?
Say again, Bueno.
The RSU 3 retrieve position.
Copy.
Okay, we copy that.
I just need to come forward in the bay another 6 inches. I should be able to get it.
Motion stop.
Okay, copy. Okay, John, that's so. The transport module's closed.
Great job. Okay, now center RSU should be serial number 1006. Retrieve.
Okay, just aft in the bay about a foot.
Okay, towards your head 1 foot.
And left 6 inches.
Left 6 inches.
John, I'm not convinced it's the RSU's fault. I think it may be the base plate.
Maybe, and we sent some pictures down to the ground. Looking at it with binos, I didn't see anything obvious. I did see that thermistor wire, and that's in fact what it is. But otherwise, it looks normal.
Motion stop.
Hey, wouldn't that seem to be to bring it off the to keep it off the plate there?
When the RSU is fully seated, it actually sits slightly above the plate.
Yeah. Megan, another aft in the bay, another 4 inches.
4 inches aft. Motion stop.
Copy.
Any accessible latch, Bueno.
Okay. Okay, center latch. Ready to maneuver.
Michael Good now has retrieved the other RSU, which would have gone in the number 1 slot, the center slot, as the third installation. It now will be attempted in the number 3 slot, where they have been trying to install the unit that was targeted for that slot.
What do you think, Mike?
Well, I mean, the big stick was a plan, so why don't we start with that? Would be my suggestion, and then I think that's going to work this time. And if not, we'll move on. What do you guys think?
I think that sounds like a good plan. Vance, we're just going to hold Bueno here for a second while we finish looking at the base plate.
Okay.
Okay, John, it's on the big stick. They're locked.
Okay, Bueno, motion again.
Thanks, Bueno.
Okay, ready, Megan.
Okay, Bueno, you'll have to remove the connectors and inspect.
Okay.
That'll be connectors and microwave pads, and the bottom, of course. Bueno, looking through binoculars, Scooter spotted that there's some marks that look like the size of the bolt, just slightly towards the top of where they should be, slightly high. That might indicate we were slightly high on one of the previous installations.
Okay.
And Miss, can you see the base plate at all, or are you too fine?
I can see it.
Do you see where the black adhesive is that holds the thermistor wire down?
Yeah.
When the RSU went on, does it look like maybe that was hitting the bottom?
I don't know. I don't know, John. It just seemed like it was hard to align. I got the feeling that those two alignment pins were just tight.
Okay.
And it's hard to get it up in there.
Bueno, ready to come towards the telescope?
Well, I don't know what we could do about the thermistor wire. You want me to try to press on it? We probably don't want to touch it, do we?
No, I don't think we do. I mean, we know that 2 previous RSUs have gone in here plus the originals.
Right. I think we're going to get it.
Okay, bueno, I'll pause here. Let me know what else you need.
Okay, Megan, stand by. Okay, Mike, coming in.
All right, Mike. Let's get it. Very nice.
Okay, Megan, into the telescope about a foot.
In 1 foot. Motion stop.
Copy. Mike, that feels solid.
Okay.
Does it look good?
Looks good to me.
Down, going for the BGT.
Okay. Should still be Alpha 2 clockwise 2.
I see that, John.
Thank you.
Three, 4, 5. I definitely got it.
Excellent. Do the next bolt.
0. Yeah, that bolt is in. Great job, Mike.
I'm on the bottom left now, John.
Bottom left.
2, 3, 4, 5.
That one's in, too.
Then
My hero. Good job, Mike.
007 double crossed us.
Aha! Well, maybe he'll fit in over here.
Okay, gentle pull test.
I did, John. It's good.
Release 6 stick jaws.
I'm going to stow my PGT. on that one just felt like the first one. It was just right on. No issue. So, now I suspect 007.
So do we.
66 coming off.
T-bar left side.
Okay. If I can reach the MFR, can I put it there?
Affirmative.
Three hours, 34 minutes into the spacewalk, this third unit seated easily onto the mounting plate. So the two crew members will continue to make the final three bolts, secure those in place before Massimino inside the telescope secures the two electrical connectors.
Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 7.5. Good torque.
Copy, 7.5, good torque. Additional turns, total turns. Okay, bottom left and right. You should expect 4 turns, go to torque.
Copy. One, two, three, four, five, six. 6 turns down, good torque.
6 turns, good torque. Which one was that, Bueno?
Bottom right.
Bottom right, 6 turns.
Okay, bottom left. One, two, three, four, 4 3/4, good torque.
Excellent, 4 3/4, good torque. Most excellent. You can stow your PGT.
All right.
Mass.
Yeah, John.
You can inspect and mate P2, then P1.
P2 is clean and mated. P1, clean. P1 mated.
Most excellent. Houston, Atlantis for EVA and RSUs.
Atlantis, Houston, go ahead.
We're ecstatically able to report that RSU 3R connectors are mated, serial number 1006.
We copy that, and we certainly share your enthusiasm. Nice job by all. And we'll put the aliveness test in work.
Bueno, next will be the mass egress position.
Ready, Megan.
Okay, Bueno, we'll head away from the telescope. Nice job.
Thanks. Thanks for sticking with me.
Hey, we're here till the end.
Houston, last for EVA.
Go ahead for EVA.
When we go to do RSU 1, what are your thoughts about which RSU to place in there? And I'm tempted to send Mass off to the coat after he's stowed the old RSU in case we need to get that.
Talking about old RSU-1, John?
Yeah, that's when you stow old RSU-1.
Okay.
The question is, do we put in 1007, which was now suspect, or get the one out of the cope? That was the question to the ground.
When we're ready to come into the telescope?
Ready.
Here we go.
Stop motion.
Hey, Mike,
Motion stop.
I'm coming down low.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, right foot, heels clear, toes
Okay.
coming over the top. Go over the top. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, left foot's clear, toes coming over the top.
All right.
I'm going to stretch you out a little bit.
Good idea.
The second of the 3 rate sensor units is now completed in terms of its removal and replacement. Mike Massimino coming out of the telescope with assistance by Mike Good. They'll stow the...
Okay, Mike, I'm going to kind of turn and face the telescope.
They'll reposition the foot restraint for the center location and then try the removal and replacement of the final rate sensor unit, the number 1 position, which is in the center of the telescope, the easiest accessible of the 3 rate sensor units, and hopefully the unit that was had a problem being seated that was temporarily stowed in a thermal bag will fit properly in the number 1 location. There is a contingency replacement unit of the old design of the gyroscopes, the rate sensor units. The desire obviously is to use these newly designed units, and thus that is the next step once we have confirmation from the Space Telescope Operations Control Center that a power verification test is completed on RSU number 3.
Mike. Thank you.
Okay, Megan, come away from the telescope 2 feet.
Coming away 2 feet.
John, am I relocating the PFR now?
Hey, Mass, Drew here, T-bar and then glove inspection, then you'll relocate PFR.
My T-bar's back up, and my glove, right glove looks like egress, and so does the left glove. They look good except for the yellow pigment.
Okay, copy that. Bueno, we need one from you as well, and but Mass, we're going to relocate the PFR to FR5.
Okay, I'll do that.
Megan,
Our tickling socket comes with it.
break. Megan, let's come away 2 feet.
Away 2 feet.
Atlantis Houston for EVA, big picture.
Go ahead, Houston, for EVA, big picture.
Yes, good. We copied John's last question, and we understand our concerns about how the 1007 unit will work fitting into spot 1. But it turns out that's the upgraded RSU. That's really a higher priority for us. We're hoping that the tolerance stack-up issue might have been, of course, associated with both that unit and the spot 3 location. We're hoping that we'll get a little bit of relief trying to install it in RSU-1. That would be our preference. So if you agree, we'd rather not head off to the COPE now, and we'd like to give this one a shot.
Okay, Houston, we understand. We'll give a good shot with 1007 and see if we can get it in, but I think you probably agree we won't spend too long with it.
And good readback.
Drew, speak to me.
Well, I got you. We got a good liveness test in RSU-3, the new RSU-3, and you have a go for RSU-1 connector routes.
Copy the go for RSU-1 connector routes. Mass, we're going to reconfigure with the PFR and articulating socket in FR5. It goes in yaw. 60 left, down.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, Drew.
Go ahead.
Welcome to the fun. I know you've been in there the whole time working it, but good to talk to you. I've got 2 sets of caps stowed in the trash bag now, 3 total, but I just put 2 sets in. And I'm ready to copy your next. Is it a socket swap?
Yeah, PGT with a 6-inch socket from the MFR handle.
Okay.
And mass, you're looking for pitch of 2.5.
On the articulating socket?
Affirmative.
I don't think that's a change. I still see 2.5.
Yeah, you're right. Not a change. So for the PFR, these are 3 changes. Yaw of 9.
Okay. Yaw of 9. I'll do that first. I've got a tether on it. I've got the articulating socket pinned. Okay, good pull test, yaw of 9.
Okay, roll of Bravo, 0.5.
What do you got for pitch?
Pitch of 10.5.
Do that one first. And what was the roll again?
Bravo, 0.5. Roll number 1.
Yeah, it works. I think that's it.
Okay, you're over to the soap to open the lid and receive the pick stick.
Okay.
And bueno, once you do the socket swap, we'll pre-configure your PGT.
Okay. That was a lucky, you see that, Drew?
I did not see it.
I did a socket swap and pull test was not good. It almost floated away.
I'm glad to see that you got it and that the pin's back on it, and give it another shot.
Okay. Gonna make sure it's secure. Okay, good pull test this time, Drew.
Copy. I got your settings when you're ready, and we'll be handing out the pick stick next.
Okay, ready for setting.
Alpha 3,
Alpha 3,
counterclockwise 2,
counterclockwise 2.
10.5. Okay, back on your swing arm, and if you're ready to maneuver, Megan's ready for the handoff of the pick stick.
I'm ready.
Here comes the maneuver.
Bash, you go for the soap lid as
Okay.
Mike, I did the middle one.
Yeah, I see it. I'll get it.
Mike Massimino down at the protective enclosure to clean up some of the tools that are no longer needed, including the pick stick, which allowed Michael Good to reach into the telescope for the installation of the new
Drew, I think that's probably
rate sensor units. The number 1 unit, which you see there in the center of your picture, shiny just below the fixed head star tracker, is easily accessible, much more easily accessible than the other two. The two new ones also shiny in the corners of the aft shroud.
Yeah, they're both in.
That one in the center is the last one to be swapped out, and hopefully it will go a little bit smoother than the number 3 unit up in the upper left.
Okay, so that thing goes that way. I'm going to put it over here.
Yeah, Megan, stop motion.
I think it goes over there. Hang on, I'm going to try to get this.
The Space Telescope Operations Control Center did confirm the power verification or the aliveness test for RSU-3, so that's good news. That installation is complete. And again, the next step is to install the final brand new rate sensor unit housing 2 gyroscopes for the Hubble Space Telescope. That will complete a replacement of all 6 gyroscopes, paired 2 in each one of the rate sensor units. The EVA is now approaching 3 hours 50 minutes in duration. It began at 7:49 this morning Central Time.
It did. You're doing everything. Okay. I'm going to close the lid.
You can close the lid. Once that's closed, you can stow the pick stick.
All right.
Comes the maneuver.
Okay, ready.
Okay, one latch. And I'll wait for Mike to get a little further up, and then I'll go stow the pick stick.
Okay.
Yeah, I see I'm cleared across underneath Mike.
You are cleared across. And Bueno, you're already in the boot plate 180, stanchion 135 left position.
I agree. Okay, John, I have 007.
Copy 007.
Boot plates 180, stanchions 135 left. I've got the TGT with the 6-inch in the setting. Oh, wait a second. I don't want this yet. I got to go in and get that other one out first, right?
I'm sorry, that's right. You got to get the other one out. My mistake.
Too good to be true.
Yeah, we don't normally have one at that point.
Yeah.
It's the one that we would have gotten out at this point.
Yeah, I would have put it in the bag like I'm doing right now.
Okay, John, handles aft and inboard. Talking about the pick stick. Hello?
Yes, okay. We're watching. You have the lock pins?
Yep, got that.
Handle aft inboard?
Yep.
Okay. Once that's, you can close the pick stick LOI.
All right.
Sorry about that, Bueno.
No problem. It was my mistake. Okay, to the bag. Now we're back on script.
Okay, Mass is going to come up and call your back clearance. We have a pretty good view of it from here, though.
Okay.
I'd say an excellent view.
I have an excellent view of the Earth from here. And the elbow camera.
Enjoy it. We're flying over Kenya, and you're looking at Nairobi.
Nairobi.
Atlantis Houston for EVA, we might have missed this, but if we could at least give us a report that we got a good glove inspection for Bueno.
That's in work now.
John, still brand new.
Good job, Bueno. And Houston, Bueno's gloves are good. Thank you for that reminder.
Okay, we copy. Thank you.
Okay, John, I'm in position.
Okay, and Bueno looks like he's in position.
I think he's coming in, or ready to come in.
Ready for motion?
I'm ready, Matt. So you're there?
Yeah, man. Come on back.
All right. How's my? Am I pretty parallel to the?
You're pitched on an angle, but you're in good. That's a good position, I think. Come on back.
Okay.
Okay, we're going into the telescope.
Atlantis is moving into an orbital sunset, 3 hours, approaching 3 hours, 55 minutes into the spacewalk, high above South Central Africa, tracking southeasterly, and will travel across the central portions of Madagascar as it passes out over the Indian Ocean. View from Michael Good's helmet cam, the in-cabin choreography now being handled by Drew Feustel, who completed his first spacewalk on Thursday. That 7-hour, 20-minute spacewalk included the swap of wide field planetary camera 2 with brand new wide field camera 3.
Good view of that star tracker.
Yeah, I can see it now too.
Hey, Mike, you're over. Your bliss is now inside the telescope by about a foot or so. I see clearance of about at least a foot between your top of your bliss and the cache. And you see the star tracker off to your left?
Yes. And Megan, stop motion?
Motion stopped.
Yeah, I'm off center. I don't know if you can see me, but I need to come to the center of the telescope. It's to my right.
Yeah, I agree.
Copy, coming to your right.
Got to come starboard.
I'll call your stop. Let's see.
And the first spacewalk also included the swap out of a failed science instrument command and data handling system. Those both have checked out to be in great shape, the new units, and that led to today with the first task to swap out all 3 rate sensor units. 2 of the 3 have now been replaced, and Michael Good now being positioned back into the telescope to replace the 3rd and final rate sensor unit. It's in slot 1.
Two more inches to the center.
Copy, center, 2 more inches.
To my right.
Understand to your right. Continuing in, call my stop.
Okay.
Mike, you've got a foot of clearance from your push to the cache. You're looking really good.
Okay. Ready to go in.
Copy, continuing in.
I still see about a foot of clearance that you could lean back. And that makes it closer, but you still have about 6 inches.
Okay.
To the cache.
A little bit more in, Megan.
Copy, continuing.
Okay, stop motion.
Motion stopped.
And right there's about 4 inches or so, Mike, when you lean back.
Okay. Do I have a go for connectors?
Yep, memorize the routing.
Okay.
And stand by. Houston, Atlantis 3DX, just because I had stepped out for a moment, can you confirm we have a go for RSU-1 connector D-mates?
Atlantis Houston, yeah, that's a firm. I'm sorry, John. You do have a go for RSU-1 changeout.
Thanks very much. You have a go for P1 and P2, Bueno.
Okay. P1's on my left. It's D-mated.
Sunset.
P2 is demated.
Excellent, Plano. PGT is next.
Computer on the flight deck.
Yes.
Of course.
The electrical connectors have been demated. This task pretty much is being handled by Mike Good while Mike Massimino completes some stowage activities down in the protective enclosure. He'll join him shortly for the final checkouts of the newly installed rate sensor unit number 1.
Tether before the last bolt.
Copy. 11 turns on the top. Here we go. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. Top bolt appears to be popped out.
Very good. The next you have is the bottom left.
Okay, bottom left. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's popped out.
Tether.
Copy. Yeah, I got a tether on it.
Okay, I can see that. Bottom right bolt, 11 turns.
And Megan, can you bring me, let's see, in Z, up out of the payload bay, 2 inches.
Up 2 inches. That's 2 inches.
Thanks. Okay, turning the bottom right down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, you can remove RSQ1 and Megan will maneuver you 2 to 3 feet out.
Okay, I'm tempstone my PGT.
Very good.
Ready to come out?
Okay, the RSU is off. And stand by. Okay, ready to come out.
Copy, coming out of the telescope.
go, Mike.
When you can, Bueno, you'll transfer that to man.
Okay.
Four hours, 4 minutes into the spacewalk, the old RSU number 1, rate sensor unit number 1, is now out of the telescope.
Let me bring it back to me. Is it locked out or something?
It shouldn't be. There it goes. Okay.
All right, you can go back down now. I got my tether off of it.
Okay. Okay, Mike, if you can hand it back.
Can you reach it or not?
Say just a little more. Got it. Thank you.
You got it.
Pass you off to the soap.
On my way.
Continuing out, Bueno.
Ready?
When you have a chance, Bueno, I have pre-configured PGT settings for you.
Okay, ready.
Alpha 2.
Alpha 2.
Clockwise 2.
Clockwise 2.
5.5.
So where does this one go? Has he been, moving around here? Where does this old one go? What compartment?
That should go in the middle compartment.
The middle
Be
one.
on the empty one.
Yes,
I agree.
And you can temp store that, Bueno.
Okay.
We should get television back again about 25 minutes from now, about 20 minutes after the hour.
Bueno, I have good news and bad news for you.
Go ahead.
Good news is there are no caps for you to remove. The bad news is you still have to go in the bag.
I love this bag.
Remove 1007 from the bag. And if you'd once again perform a connector and pad inspection.
Okay. John, the connectors look good. I'm looking at the back side here. Doesn't look like there's any damage. Micro pads look fine.
Okay, very good. Next will be for you to go back into the F-shroud for the install.
Okay. And do you want to wait for mass or?
Yeah, I think we should do that, especially in the dark here.
Okay.
Atlantis Houston for EVA.
Houston Atlantis for EVA.
You first. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, we're at the step here where I want to ask you for pi retrieval.
Yeah, we couldn't quite beat you on that one. You have a go for that. Expect to do it.
Excellent. Thanks, Matt. Retrieve the pi.
Okay. Is Mike okay to wait a little longer?
Sure.
Hey, John, before I do that, I'll just take another look around. I see 3 TMs all locked down. And I will tether and get the pi.
I'm very excited about that, Matt. Thanks.
Got it.
It's kind of neat that you were the last human to touch ATS.
Well, you're going to get it tomorrow, right?
Yep.
that reference to the advanced camera for surveys that Mike Massimino was part of the EVA crew that installed that camera during the STS-109 mission 7 years ago. The task of repairing the ACS will fall to John Grunsfeld and Drew Feustel as part of EVA 3 on Saturday.
Okay, I'll come back up.
You got the 3 latches?
3 latches.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm back up.
Bueno, you ready to move back in?
Ready.
Here comes motion.
Anyway, I see your orientation. You're about 6 inches from the lip of the telescope, and the top part of your bliss is now going in.
Okay.
Okay, Mike, you're in the telescope, of course, now by a couple feet, and you've got about 2 feet from your bliss to the cache. Okay, moving nicely into position. You'll have about 1.5 feet from bliss to cache.
Motion stop, Bueno.
Okay. Okay, Bueno, install 007.
Four hours, 13 minutes into the spacewalk, as the 2 crew members now are ready to install the new rate sensor unit, the final of the 3 new ones to be installed. This is the one that did not seat properly in the number 3 slot.
Okay, done. I'm going to try to drive the bottom right bulb, although it does feel a little wobbly like the other one.
Okay, that kind of puts 007 at suspect, but it'd be 5 turns.
Okay. Okay, 5 turns. No joy.
Houston, Atlantis 3DA.
John, we copy.
What I'd like to do, if you concur, is let Bueno try one or two more times, but in advance send mass off to the cope to get ready.
Atlantis, Houston, we copy and we concur with that plan.
Mass, if you would translate to port, aft to the cope.
Okay.
Do you have a large small tether with you?
Yeah, I do. If I were to get it, am I translating with that thing?
I think we'll go up to the ground, but we might have Megan take Bueno aft to the noble retrieval position, or the lock position.
That's what I was thinking.
And you'd have to bring it up from the cope to the sill, and then Bueno can take it from there.
That sounds smarter.
And John, this feels just like the last try when we tried this up at RSU 3. It just doesn't want to seat on there.
Houston, Atlantis 3DA.
Go ahead, John.
It's really your guys' call, of course, but I'm a little uncomfortable with trying to make an inertial platform out of something that may not be installed flat, even if we get one of the bolts down. I think I'd like to send Bueno off to meet mass.
John, we copy. We agree with that plan.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, understand. I'm going to come out of the telescope.
Yep, we're going to bring you out of the telescope. Once you're clear, all you have to do is go 90 left on the boot plate.
4 hours and 14 minutes into the spacewalk, the same issue with the replacement RSU that occurred when attempting to install it in the number 3 slot. As Michael Good called down, he said it felt a little wobbly, just as it did in the slot 3, and the bolt did not seat properly, in addition to the unit itself. And the thinking is that without being able to seat properly, it's best to go off and get the spare unit that was brought up. It's in a different protective enclosure, and that's what the plan is now, is to go and get the spare unit and install it in slot 1.
Clear that. It's just...
Okay, I see Mike coming up.
Okay, if you want to remove the RSU, I see you've got it. Or not yet.
With me, I'm getting toward the top. I want Mike to get in position, and then I'm going to come up very slowly. And Mike, I don't think we should worry about the old one yet. Let's get this new one to you. You able to come get it?
This is the clearance
Okay,
we needed.
just hang there, man.
Yeah, stay where you are, Mass. I'll come to you.
Thanks.
Okay, Megan, I'll start giving you some final vectors here.
Sounds good. Ready for that.
Okay, keep coming down another foot.
Copy, coming down.
Let's go back forward in the bay 1 foot.
Forward 1 foot.
Mike, I'm off your left shoulder right now. I'm just going to come a little bit further forward. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put a tether on this thing. Good. I'm leaning towards you. All right. Yeah, I got a tether on it. Hold on. Let me get it. I don't have it. I got it. My tether's going to come off. Stop motion.
Motion stop.
Got an old one?
Yeah.
Can you lean over? I only got a tether from my right side.
Okay.
Okay.
You got it?
I got it.
Gotta get my tether.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ed.
Good job, gentlemen. Bueno, Megan's going to take you back. On the way, if you can go back to 180.
Ready for motion, Bueno?
Ready?
And Bueno, if you could wait on the rotate until we're forward of the door.
Okay.
4 hours, 25 minutes into the spacewalk. The spare rate sensor unit, a refurbished unit from that was removed during the STS-103 mission in December of 1999, is now in the hands of Michael Good, heading back up to the telescope. That from the contingency orbital replacement unit protective enclosure, Mike Massimino down at that enclosure swapped the new unit that did not seat properly with the spare unit that Mike Good now has in his hands, headed back to the work site, the aft shroud of the Hubble Space Telescope, to attempt to install that in slot 1.
Excellent.
At this point in the EVA timeline, the task is about an hour or so behind schedule because of the problems trying to install the one of the rate sensor units that did not seat properly on 2 different mounting plates, RSU slot 3 and RSU slot 1. In terms of priorities, this is the #1 task, replacement of the rate sensor units for the servicing mission. For minimum success, 2 rate sensor units of the 3 being replaced meets the minimum mission success criteria, and 2 of those obviously have been replaced. The plan obviously is to replace all 3, and the spare unit is on its way to be installed by Michael Good.
Okay, I'll wait till I get him beam the door.
Okay.
Back to 180, John.
-9, I see that.
Thanks, Bueno, I can see that. And we'll wait for that to come back for the final insertion.
Bueno, I'm going to start you towards the telescope, but I'll keep you well outside till Matt gets there.
Okay. And I'm happy if you bring me in slow and I can pick up that star tracker, I'm happy to go back to the old position.
Copy.
Yeah, Mike was pretty steady going in there both times.
Right, you know, I don't want to rush, but let's just go in slow.
I'm on my way, though.
All right, Megan, I have the star tracker.
Copy.
I've got the center one and the one on my left. I'm happy to go in slow.
Copy, coming in slow. We can see good clearance to the cache.
Okay,
So if you have the star tracker, I think we're good to continue.
I've got it. I'll lean away from it even a little.
Sounds good.
I'd like to go to my right about 2 inches, though.
Copy, 2 inches right.
Good motion.
That was 2 inches.
Okay. Coming in.
About 3 inches.
Okay, sounds good.
Motion stop.
Okay.
Welcome back, Matt.
There you go.
Install the RSU, Bueno.
Okay.
And Mike, you've got about a foot of clearance from your plis to the cache.